Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is frustrating again everybody who is waiting for a pullback. This up and down, as I warned you, is typically normal in these corrections. And so far, the yellow count or the pathway to the downside remains the preferred one. Since the last update, well, one adjustment, which is basically this higher B wave. We talked about two scenarios. We talked about either the direct path down or this higher B wave. Bitcoin has now chosen the higher B wave path, which doesn't change the overall expectations here in the correction. Support remains unchanged at $34,070. The pathway higher should still be followed once wave 4 is complete. So we still watch for higher prices in a wave 5 on the Bitcoin chart to $50,000 plus as soon as the correction is complete. Is the correction complete? My preference would be another clearer move down in wave C of 4. But now obviously the move up into the resistance area makes me consider, or at least put a wave count onto the chart that shows you how a breakout could happen, which would mean in the yellow count, obviously, that we're currently doing a WXY structure. I'm still watching for a reaction here in this area. So as long as it's staying a 3-wave move, even if it breaks above resistance, but as long as it's staying a 3-wave move, which it currently is, I consider it a high B wave. In theory, it shouldn't go above 46,520 as a high B wave. Sometimes they can overshoot slightly, but the structure is important. So as long as it's a 3-wave move, I consider it a high B wave. As we've learned, B waves are very chameleon-like. They can change structure, they can be very long, but they are corrective in nature. Once it turns into a 5-wave move with one more higher low and one more higher high, that would signal that the wave 4 has already completed. Or is already completed. So let's see if the market shows us 5 waves. At the moment, until I see it, I focus on yellow because the structure down there, if we talk about probabilities, it makes it more likely that we are going to get a new low. But the problem is because the next move up is a 5-wave move, a 5th wave, yeah. It is possible that we're dealing with an ending diagonal pattern here. And if we're dealing with an ending diagonal pattern, then it would be characterized by corrective structures. So that's why we don't necessarily look for an impulse to the upside to prove to us that a low has formed. It's going to be difficult to detect. Nevertheless, we give our best. Either way, as I said to you in the last video, it's worth reminding everybody, the micro count is not so important. What is more important is to understand what is the main support, and that's at $34,070. As long as that level isn't broken to the downside, I don't even think about the bear market could come back, right? A lot of people, there's still bears out there, but that is the key support level. Okay, so while I think it is likely that the market gives us a lower C wave into the support area, in a bullish market, pullbacks can be shallow. This would be, again, extremely shallow, but yeah, we'll see. So anyway, the market has pushed higher, is in resistance. Let's talk about a key target within the resistance area. Obviously, there are certain levels to watch. We've got 44,710, 45,998 and 46,520. But if this is a WXY structure, where are levels of confluence? So we take the length of the wave W, we go to the low of the X wave, and a key level to watch will be, one second, no, not that one, one second. Well, that's as well, okay, that is one way of measuring it. Then we would be looking at, we would be looking at the 1.618 mainly. That's at $45,880. And there's another way of measuring, which is within the wave Y. So we take the length of that A wave here. This would be an A wave, B wave pullback, and the C wave could reach $44,800 roughly. Yeah. So there is going to be some confluence around 44,700, 44,800. And then an important level is going to be at 45,880, which is the 1.618 extension level of the wave W. Either way, so far it doesn't give us any impression that a top is in place. Doesn't really look finished at this stage. Remember, if this is a Y wave, we would be dealing with an A wave up, a B wave down, C wave to the upside within wave Y, and this could still be unfolding. So, and in the C wave, 1, 2, 1, 2 maybe, 3. So it could still stretch a little higher, possibly more into the upper range. And then we have to see, okay, is it going to form 5 waves up? And then it is going to be a signal that we are heading already a little bit earlier than expected to our 50K plus target. Yeah, so that's the expectation anyway. Base case is we are in a bullish market and we should get one more high at least to 50K plus. Ideally after a deeper pullback, but sometimes these pullbacks can be shallow, and the analysis should tell you what to look out for to determine if the market has already bottomed in the wave 4. That is difficult to detect, as we have explained, because the 5th wave could be an ending diagonal, and it would be because this is not impulsive to the upside. Okay, so it's going to be tricky, but 34K support is holding, standing firm, and as long as that's holding, focus can be on higher, while in the short term the risk of a deeper pullback is still there, and I would still prefer it, to be honest. So we'll see how the day develops. Certainly not boring at the moment, so I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe, and if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.